First thing you're going to do is choose a place to play. And you're going to find a nice area about 40 feet long by 20 feet wide. And you're also going to pay attention to where that sun is. In this case, we're east and west. Both teams have a good clear view. Playing north and south, you're going to be having one team look straight into the sun. So depending on the time of year, that will change. Steve, why don't you grab half of that? We'll go lay this out where we're planning to play. So the next step after you've laid your net out is you're going to assemble the poles, which are going to be your net frame on each side. They're numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, those numbers could wear off. They will eventually. Number 1 is the base. It's a T. Number 4 has the hook where you're going to anchor your ropes to. So those are easy to remember. And then the difference between 2 and 3, 2 is longer. Before actually going over here and inserting the sleeve into the post, we're going to go ahead and choose a level that will be closer to the height of the tallest player on the court. And this looks about right. Okay, so if you have a partner, you do this together, it's much quicker. It can be done by yourself. We're going to show you how 2 people set up. So just make sure that you're both at the right height. In each of these sleeves, you're going to see a very tiny slit. That's how you know which end of the net goes up. And this hook, where we're going to attach our guy lines, will slide right on through that. And we'll move on to the next step of staking this down. If you haven't seen this segment of a video already, these are called guy lines. Those attached to the stakes. And then these are slide tensioners. And as you see on that slide tensioner, which is already attached to your guy line when you open your box, there are 3 holes, okay? And there's a knot that attaches that to the bottom. What you want to do is create a small loop between the bottom and the middle hole in the tensioner and slide your stake right on through it. The reason you do that, I'm going to give you a quick demo now, but we'll give you another one when it's all set up. When it's in that hole, this slide tensioner easily slides to create more tension. Loosen it the same way. If you can master this, it makes setup and takedown a whole lot easier. You know there's a loop that we've tied in the middle of the guy line if you followed instructions on your do this first. Take that loop and slip it over the hook. Okay. We have the guy line slide tensioner all the way tight against the top of that stake. It's best if you go ahead and give it a nice pull, give it a maybe a foot and a half, so you have a nice big loop. Put that first stake in the ground like that. Stand your game up. As soon as both sides are standing up, that's when you use this slide tensioner. You pull on the top here to bring that post tight, and then you take up that slack by sliding the tensioner up. You do that on both sides. Give it a nice pull. Slide that tensioner up. And you can just make some minor adjustments to try and get that post straight up and down. When you look straight at this post, you're going to see it's angled a little bit to the right. There are a couple ways you can fix that. Give it a couple of kicks. It's going to increase the tension, but it's also going to straighten that out. You can also have your partner over there tighten his side while you loosen your side up. But once you're comfortable with a square net, we're going to move on to the next step. Let's set some boundaries.